are taking a walk in downtown Oxford, and we're at the Oxford Wine and Beverage Company. I love a good glass of wine, so I can't wait to go inside and see what they offer, and maybe, hopefully, we'll get to taste something. Hi there, I'm David.
David, I'm Dean. Nice to see you.
Hey, I had to stop in here. I love a good glass of wine, so I'm hoping you can help me out.
I think I have some Pinot Grigio for you.
Perfect. Oxford Wine and Beverage, tell me about it.
Well, we've been here for 8.5 years now, David, and it's been exciting. This is kind of a second career for me. I used to be an IT guy and decided that I want to take my passion to the streets, and I live here in Metamora, right outside Oxford. I said, let's do something close by. Here we are. So we've got 2,500 different wines. We've got a great selection of craft beers and beers from around the world, really. And we've also got a liquor license, and as you can see here, we have a lot of good single malt scotches.
Tell me, you were an expert.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a certified sommelier and an international wine judge, and I mentioned earlier I had 2,500 different wines. I've tasted all 2,500 of these wines. Not that I can remember all of them, but I remember most of them. And my job, and the thing that I really enjoy most of all, is to meet people, come in and they have a problem. They don't understand wines. They know they want to enjoy wines, but they're not sure where to go. So it's just a matter of talking with them, figuring out what it is that they like. And you can really equate wine to everything that we drink, whether it's pop or coffee or tea or whatever. And usually we can hit a home run.
Getting ready to do a wine tasting. I myself love wine. I have kind of my staples, so I'm going to talk to him about them and ask him questions about what I like to drink. I like to drink like a Chardonnay or a Pinot Grigio, so I'm excited to do this tasting and see what he has to say about it. Okay, what did you grab for us to try?
Well, I had some Pinot Grigio open from an event we did just yesterday with an Italian winemaker, and I understand you like Pinot Grigio.
I do like Pinot Grigio.
All right, well, let's try some. This is pretty nice. It might be a little bit cold. I just took it out of the fridge. You know, most wines should be a little bit warmer than refrigerator temperature. And by the way, you notice how much I poured in there. Do not pour more than that into a glass, because the whole idea is to swirl it. And if you pour more than that, it's going to slop right out of the glass. So here, give this a try.
So, and what is the proper etiquette for trying wine? Do you smell it first? Do you just take a small sip?
Well, there's a few things that you can do. You can tell a lot about a wine before you even get it in your mouth. You can tell a lot by looking at it, looking at the color. Usually what you do is you hold a piece of white paper behind it and you look at it. And you see how bright it is. And white wines, as they get old, get darker. Red wines, as they get old, get lighter. And they both turn to brown eventually.
Really?
So you can tell a lot of age by looking at the wine. Smelling it is another key thing. But what you want to do is you want to be able to take the wine and swirl it.
Even a white wine? Because now I thought it was just with red that you swirled.
No, it's with both wines. Because what happens is oxygen integrates with the wine and it opens up. The bouquet is much stronger. So then you stick your nose in it and you smell it and you think about what kind of characteristics you're getting from that wine, and then you put it in your mouth and you actually drink it.
Okay. I thought there was a misconception. I didn't know you swirled white wine. So when you see those aerators, I guess, so you could actually run a white through that as well?
Absolutely. And that's the whole function of an aerator, is to integrate the oxygen with the wine.
Interesting.
And oxygen is good with wine when you first open it up and you start to drink it, but we have to finish that wine within 3 days at most. And some older wines within 2 or even 1 day, because the oxygen, it causes the acceleration of that wine to mature.
Right.
Another thing that people don't realize is that this happens to be a cork, and cork is nothing but a bark from a cork tree out of Portugal. And it can get a bacteria on it called TCA. And this happens more often than not. I actually was at a fine dining restaurant this past week, ordered a bottle of wine, and it came back and it was flawed. It was corked, what we call corked. And you can tell because you can either smell the cork or you can smell the wine, and again, that's what we're using our nose for. And it came out kind of musty, kind of like a damp basement, wet cardboard kind of thing. And that's a corked wine, and it happens in roughly about 4 to 5% of the wines.
Some people have told me the screw top wines now, that a lot of the wineries are turning to that because of that very reason. Is that true? You shouldn't think that just because it's a screw top that it's a cheap wine?
That's exactly true. We have a lot of people come in here, even today, that won't look at a wine that has what they call a Stelvin enclosure. That's a screw cap as we know it. Because they think of it as cheap wine, and back in the day that's the only thing that was in that. But the reason that it has come along is because of that cork and because of the bacteria on that cork. You see countries like New Zealand and Australia really leading the charge in that. And you're going to see more and more wines, and expensive wines, coming in bottles like that. So don't let that bother you. You're also seeing synthetic corks. Yeah. You're seeing something coming out of Australia called the Zork, which is a plastic top that kind of zips around, and you just take it and you unwind it, and the top comes off.
Okay.
You see from Germany, there's some glass corks that are fitted really tightly to the bottle, and those are pretty unique, but they're expensive. So the whole idea is getting the mentality to say that there is something other than cork out there.
Hi, I'm Ken LaPlace, and I'm the new director here at OCTV, and I'm on a recruiting mission. I want you to join us. Here at OCTV, we're launching a new revolution in public access television, one that's going to take us in a direction that's exciting and challenging. We're not just going to make videos here, we're going to make real movies. Movies, for example, with real Hollywood equipment, just like you see here. We're going to make exciting videos for online, things that you'll be interested in, and you're going to have a real creative mind to join us, but that's what I want. And then we'll be able to take all that creativeness that you have and be able to put that into our editing systems here, some of the finest software packages on the market. We'll teach you how to do animation. We'll teach you how to do motion graphics and put together your videos. And yes, like I said, we'll be able to do some really cool movies here. We'll be able to do that because we have a lot of equipment that you, as a movie maker and a video person, will love. For example, we've got all the lighting utensils here. We have plenty of sound gear. Say you want to become a TV reporter. Well, we have an entire set here, and I'll be able to teach you how to be a multimedia journalist, and you'll be able to take that information and hopefully maybe you can get a job. I've been in the business for over 30 years, and I intend to teach you how to take my experience and use it for your benefit. And of course, we've got sound stages. We're going to do all kinds of bands and interviews, and I need your creative minds to be able to say, hey, look, I can help you dress this out. I can tell you what kind of shows I want, but it's going to take you. I'm on a mission. I need your help. OCTV, come on down, talk to me. Again, I'm Ken LaPlace.
So this just happens to be a real unique area. This is Chardonnay from domestic.
Oh, okay.
So when I'm talking about domestic, I'm talking about the United States.
Okay.
Okay. And right behind you, we have Burgundy. And all white Burgundies are Chardonnay.
Oh, really?
Yes. All red Burgundies are Pinot Noir. All white Burgundies are Chardonnay.
I didn't know that.
So when you ask this question, I may be going one way or another on you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, see, now this fascinates me because I almost want to try one of these.
Well, let's find out what it is that you're looking for in a Chardonnay.
Okay, when I drink a Chardonnay, I don't like a real oaky.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Chardonnay? I don't.
It totally makes sense.
I like a lighter Chardonnay.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's a good question. So what you're finding in California is that they tend to be a little bit bigger in body, and by bigger in body, I'm really talking about alcohol. So it's not uncommon to see a Chardonnay hitting 14 to 15% alcohol, and that's a lot for a white wine if you think about it. But what they do is they barrel age stuff, and they barrel age it a lot. Chardonnay is probably the most manipulated grape in the world. It can be manipulated both in the field and by the winemaker. And in California, they do a lot of that. So a lot of oak, malolactic fermentation, which gives you that butteriness that you often hear. So if you want to stay away from that, maybe go to France And Burgundy would be a perfect area for
Really?
that. Yeah, because in France, they let the grape show the grape as opposed to masking it with a lot of oak or as opposed to masking it with malolactic fermentation. They pick it when it's ripe. They don't let it over ripen. So your alcohol levels in Burgundy are going to be more along the lines of 12 to 14% at tops.
Okay. And
there'll be a lot less oak. So just to get a reasonably priced one, I would suggest something along the lines of this Albert Bichot actually is quite nice. It's not real reasonable price. This one's $28.99. This is the Chablis. Chablis comes from the Chablis region of Burgundy, where there's a lot of minerals in the ground. Again, remember we talked about minerality. This is going to pull a lot of chalkiness out of the soil.
Now, why would we say Burgundy? Because when I hear you say that, I'm thinking it's going to be red.
Right. Well, Burgundy is actually a region.
Okay.
In the old world, in Europe, they name their wines after regions. Bordeaux is a region. Burgundy is a region. Chianti is a region. So they name their wines after the region because they think that wine is really about place and not about the grape.
Okay.
So you won't see grapes on these bottles. You'll see place. So Chablis is a region within Burgundy.
Okay.
And I know that if you get a wine from Chablis, the soils are very chalky and you're going to get more of a minerally chalky kind of Chardonnay. Now, that's a rosé, but now hold it up to the light and you see how it's starting to turn a little bit brown.
Yeah.
It's not that vibrant pink anymore. So it's getting a little bit older.
Well, I don't want to say anything bad about it, but it looks kind of cheesy. It does.
It does.
Madonna wine, going to the concert in November. Maybe I should buy this bottle. Right? The Material Girl. She's even got all different colors on here. And now it's because her dad owns this winery?
Yeah.
In Sutton's Bay?
Yep.
Okay.
Ciccone Vineyards.
And this is your one-of-a-kind only bottle
That's
that
the
you
last
have?
one I have, and you know what? That's yours. You can keep that.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. You can have that one.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This will be so much fun at the concert.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll pull this out.
You were talking about different styles. Here's all our champagnes here. Champagnes are nothing more than a regular wine that's made where the CO2 or the carbon dioxide is not allowed to leave. It actually stays in the bottle, and that's what gives us the bubbles. So when we ferment grapes, we get alcohol and we get carbon dioxide. At the winery, they blow all that off to make regular still wines. In the case of this, they'll make it into a regular wine, and then what they'll do is, for the less expensive, they'll actually shoot carbon dioxide back into the bottle.
Really?
Or they'll go through a second fermentation, which is what champagne's all about, inside the bottle with a cork in it so that the gases can't get out. So that's the basic premise behind
And
champagne.
it can't be called champagne unless it's from Champagne, correct?
Right, that's right. That's right. Again, it's about place.
Right.
A great category of dessert wines that people are into, especially as we head into fall, we head into winter, are ports. And there's two styles of port. There's ruby and tawny. And port is nothing more than a wine that's been fortified with alcohol. So most wines, if you crush the grapes and you ferment all the sugars out of it, you get a dry wine that's moderately high in alcohol. If you take the sugars and you ferment them halfway, you get a moderately high alcohol level, but you get some sweetness into it. So something like a white Zin is a little bit lower in alcohol. But the unique things about port is that it's very high in alcohol, usually around 20%.
Yeah, 19.8%.
Yeah, usually around 20%, and yet it's still sweet. So what they do is through the fermenting process, they kill the yeast by adding grape spirits or alcohol, which shoots the alcohol level way up and still maintains the sugar level. So the unique thing about this is it's going to be around 20%. If you open up a bottle of this, you don't have to finish it in 3 days. You basically have 4 to 5 months to finish it.
Really?
Yes. Because it's more of a stable product because of the higher alcohol level.
I'm not a big beer drinker, but I know a lot of people love their specialty beers. And
Yes.
I see you have quite a selection here.
Yeah, when I opened the store, I really wanted to be unique. I wanted to have things that people are really seeking out. And we do a great Belgian section here. But what's really grown over the years, 8 years ago when I opened up, we didn't have a 6-pack that made $10. They didn't have a retail price. Now just about everything is $8 to $20. But what we're finding is a slide from a lot of the foreign beers, so the Mexican and German and Irish and all those, to more craft beers. And
like
specifically, yeah, like right down here. Specifically, Michigan craft beers. We are very, very fortunate to be in Michigan because we are producing some absolutely spectacular beer. We're probably, I think, last I heard, I think we were 5th of all the states in the United States as far as producing great craft beers.
Like Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth is a good thing. Founders, Bell's, they're all over. Dark Horse, Shorts. It's amazing what we're producing, and these are very sought after beers. And people are coming from other states to come here. I've got people coming from Canada. I've got people coming from Pennsylvania, from all over to get to some of these beers.
I didn't know you could swirl a white wine. I didn't know that oxygen was good for both colors of red and white. And the screw top thing, you know, you're seeing more and more of it, and because wines get corked and it's not good for you. So that was interesting to learn. And I love too that Dean gave me this bottle of Madonna wine going to the concert in November, all because I was talking about my brother's obsession with Mariah Carey and her wine. And what do you know, Madonna has a wine, and her dad owns the winery right here in Michigan. So that was really cool too. Dean, I had so much fun in your store today, and I feel like I learned a lot that I didn't know.
Well, I'm glad you guys could come by because I always enjoy talking to people about wine.
Yeah, I can tell you're very passionate about it, and I thank you so much for my bottle of Madonna wine.
Anytime, I hope you enjoy it.
I'm going to enjoy this before the concert, and hopefully I'll be back in here too and try some other things that you suggested.
Excellent, can't wait for it.
Nice meeting you.
Take care.
All right. One of the best things about taking a walk is stopping into places like this, the Oxford Wine and Beverage Company. I learned so much about wine. I had no idea about a couple of things that Dean shared with me. How exciting. And I walked away with a bottle of wine. How cool is that? So remember, we might be taking a walk in your town next. See you next time.
Returning to the crash site is tough. Made a traffic stop on Gratiot. As I was about to go and get my dog out of my car, a drunk driver struck the back of my canine SUV. The mirror and spotlight on my driver's side pillar struck me square in the face. What I do remember is what everybody... I remember what everybody did for me.
Living Legends helps cops and their families in need. Please donate today.
We are taking a walk in Addison Township, and I'm finding myself at Leonards Pizza Chicken and Ribs. And we're gonna go inside and get in touch with our Italian side and see what we can make. Hi there, how are you? I'm David.
Hey Dave, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to Leonards Pizza.
I'm excited to try some of the stuff you have here.
Thank you, thank you. You'll be pleased.
All right. Tell me about Leonards Pizza.
Leonards Pizza, we opened up Leonards Pizza in June of 2012, June 6th of 2012. I currently was at Leonards Market. We were making pizzas there since year 2000. And this location came about, and I purchased it and remodeled it, and here I am today.
And tell me what kind of stuff do you guys offer?
We're a little different than your usual pizzeria. We have fresh ingredients, we have ribs. Our main items are pizza, ribs, chicken, and burgers.
Tell me how your pizza is different from everybody else's. I mean, why should I come here?
Well, we have a friendly atmosphere. We greet you with a smile, and everything is fresh here, from our all the produce and all our ingredients, the sauce, the cheese. And like I said, you get a little more here than your average pizzeria. Besides what's everything on the menu, every day we have different, like certain days we have masticholi, or we have lasagna, mac and cheese, meatloaf, Salisbury steaks, and on Fridays usually we have like fish items.
What are we gonna do today, you and I? What are we gonna make?
We're going to make a different pizza. We're going to make a different pizza today. We'll make a Mediterranean pizza. It gets your pizza sauce and the cheese. Gets feta cheese also, spinach and tomato. A little different than your ordinary pizza. Have you ever made a pizza before?
I've never made a pizza.
Never made a pizza.
A
Okay.
frozen pizza, does that count?
No, we're far away from a frozen pizza.
Okay.
First of all, this is called a docker.
Okay.
What this does is prevents bubbles when the pizza is inside the oven.
Okay.
It doesn't say prevent it, it reduces. You don't get as amount of bubbles that you usually do if you don't use it.
Okay.
Okay. First you want to dock the dough.
Just anywhere?
Yep, just put some pressure on it. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
And now you want to pick it up and stretch it out. Do you want me to show you a sample? Let me
Yeah.
give you a little.
Yeah, do that.
Sure. Okay. What I tend to do, you want to just back and forth.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. Let me stretch out a little bit for you so it'll be a little easier for you to. And then just stretch it out so you can lay it flat on that screen.
Okay.
Here. I'll let you do that.
What do you want me to do?
Just throw it. There you go. Just don't drop it.
Oh, it's folding. I'm not good at
Okay.
this.
Now put it on your knuckles.
Amateur. Okay.
There you go. Now lay it right on top of the screen.
Which way?
It should fit the screen. That's a medium screen, by the way.
Okay.
There you go. Look at you.
All right.
There you go. We want to stretch it out just a little more so it'll be a perfect round pizza. And then we start with the sauce. That's the first thing that goes on top of the pizza.
Here?
So let's do that.
Okay.
A medium usually gets about a scoop and a half.
Just put it in the middle and we'll
Just put
pull
in
it
the
out.
middle. Use another half.
Like that?
There you go.
Okay.
And use the tip of the spoon
Like
and
this?
spread it around. There you go. Just leave yourself a little bit of crust. Maybe like an inch of crust all the way around. Look at there. You sure you haven't done this before?
I don't know, are you hiring?
If it doesn't work out, ask for a leader, okay? We are hiring.
Okay.
Now you want to put some cheese on there.
How much?
Just grab it until you don't overload it, just so you can see a little bit of red. There you go. Try to go in the circle.
It's getting messy now.
Oh, you're fine.
Is this good?
Nope, you need more.
Oh. More?
Yep, use a little more.
Good, I love cheese.
There you go, that should be good.
Okay.
Alright,
Close this.
close it. Now we're going to put some onions
Is
on
there
there.
a trick to this? There we go. Onions?
Some onions on there.
How much?
Just enough just to spread all the way around. You want to give them a good portion so they'll come back.
It's like, I don't like a
A
lot
little
of
more.
onions.
Just a little more.
All right.
There you go. And you're going to put some spinach on there.
Do I need to lay this on here?
Yeah, just cover the cheese. There. Because we got to remember, spinach shrinks.
Right.
Yep. So put it all the way around. Then we're going to put it in there. Then like a few minutes before the pizza comes out, we're going to put the feta cheese on there.
Oh, okay. We're not going to put that on
You
beforehand.
don't want to put it on right now because it'll totally like burn.
Okay. So that's it?
There you go, that's good. Then you just spread it on a little bit. Then when it comes out, before it comes out, we're gonna put feta cheese. And then after it comes out, we're gonna cut some tomatoes, put tomatoes on top, and we're gonna garnish it with a little bit of garlic.
Okay.
Okay?
So I bring this with us?
Yep. We're gonna put it, is it top, lower of it? Right there, just set it right there. And the conveyor will take it itself. Beautiful. Look at there, you're an artist, man.
Looks delicious.
Returning to the crash site is tough. Made a traffic stop on Gratiot. As I was about to go and get my dog out of my car, a drunk driver struck the back of my canine SUV. The mirror and spotlight on my driver's side pillar struck me square in the face. What I do remember is what everybody... I remember what everybody did for me.
Living Legends helps cops and their families in need. Please donate today.
Go right ahead. Pull it out. Be careful, it's pretty slippery. Put it on the stainless steel table there. There you go. Now we're gonna add feta cheese to it.
Is that?
There you go. You're gonna put it back in just for a couple more minutes to melt the feta cheese.
Where do I put it?
You're gonna put it left hand side.
Okay. Like right here?
Yep, that's good.
So I pull this out?
Yep.
Put it on here?
Nope, get it up, put it here. Now take it off the screen, go in between it. There you go. Now put it on the cutting board. There you go.
Okay.
Careful that screen now. Grab that knife.
Okay.
Grab you some tomatoes. Oh, they're already quartered.
Yeah,
okay,
they're
beautiful. Sure, you did them for you. Now just put them all around the pizza.
Okay. So this tomato was already cut up for us. Is that good?
That's good. Spread them out just a little bit more. To cover the whole pizza. There you go.
I'll add these last
Great.
ones in.
Now that looks good.
Okay. Oh,
Cover the bubble there. There you go. Okay. Now we're going to sprinkle a little bit of garlic on there.
right here?
Yep. All the way around.
Is that good?
Beautiful.
All right.
Now, have you ever cut a pizza before?
Nope.
Grab one of your cutters. One of them. Yep.
Okay.
Put some pressure on it. Now, you never go back on the cut.
So one
Once you
thing.
go forward, you cannot go back
Okay.
because you're going to mess up the cut of the pizza. So go in a half once.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, do like a plus sign. Now go in between each one.
This way?
Yeah, where, you know, look at the slices and make sure they're pretty much even. And then do the same thing the other way.
Okay.
All right.
Voila!
Great job.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second, Dave. Before you try it, we're going to have the judges decide.
Oh, I'm getting judged now?
Yes. Oh, yes. You're going to be judged right now. So I'm going to introduce our manager of the store.
Okay.
That's Bessie Vogt.
Bessie.
Nice to meet
Yep.
you.
David, nice to meet you.
1 second. Come here.
All right. Who else we got here? Who's going to judge my pizza?
And Justin's been with us from the day that we opened. Justin Trudell.
Justin.
Slice.
All right.
And we have our best driver, Jeff Parks.
All right. Well, aren't you going to try one too, Sam?
I sure will. And you already know who I am. My name is Sam Sharon.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a bite of my own pizza too, just in case we got some biased
Great.
people here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right? I'll go first. It's pretty good.
I give you a 10, David.
You want
Thank
to try
you.
one
There you
yourself? How about you? There you go. We got to hand him a slice. There we go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Well good.
If you like feta cheese, you'll love this pizza. Yep.
Sam, thank you so much. I'm excited about my pizza that
Nice
we
to
made.
meet you, Dave. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the pizza.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell everybody about it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You so much. My pleasure.
So excited I got my pizza. I have myself some dinner tonight. Really fun making a Mediterranean pizza. It was different, but I think I did a pretty good job, and the judges said so myself. But could you imagine making 100 pizzas a day? I have a newfound respect for those who make pizza, and actually, I'm just gonna go home and enjoy mine. We'll see you next time.